Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Deku had a monster inside part 1. If you guys enjoy this what if and want to see part 2, comment down below and let me know before I start. Please do support for more awesome content and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and check out the description in my playlist. The author of the story 𝗬𝗵𝗲 from Wattpad. So let's start the video. I was asked by my homeroom teacher, Mr. Aizawa, to meet him and All Might in the teacher's office. When I was about to enter the office, I overheard All Might and Aizawa discussing something. They were talking about the best hero school of the world and someone from our class getting the opportunity to study there. It piqued my interest as I wondered who from our class had the opportunity to study there. I had a feeling it might be 𝗂𝐭 or Todoroki since they're the strongest in our class. I couldn't help but wonder what this meant for them. As I knocked on the door, I heard All Might's voice inviting me in. I stepped inside and saw a mix of emotions on All Might's face. It seemed like he was both happy and sad at the same time. I tried to push away my confusion about why they had asked me to meet them after class. I wondered if I had made a mistake or if it had something to do with the injuries I sustained during training earlier. I couldn't help but mumble my thoughts out loud, and it seemed like they heard me because they quickly reassured me that it wasn't because of those things. Feeling a bit nervous, I took a seat in front of them. Mr. Aizawa then addressed me as the problem child and told me they had some good news for me. I was taken aback, wondering what it could possibly be that they couldn't share with me in class. The anticipation built up inside me as I waited for them to reveal the surprising news. Young Midoriya, All Might said, snapping me out of my pool of thoughts. 𝗬𝗵𝗲, what is the good news? I stammered, still trying to gather my thoughts. Problem child, would you like to go to America? Aizawa asked. I was taken aback by the sudden question and blurted out, why? Without thinking. All Might took a moment before replying, well, firstly, your mom has become the CEO of the best design company in America. You can think of any company name you want. I remembered my mom mentioning her achievement just yesterday. And secondly, All Might continued, the best hero school in the world, American UA, would like you to be their student. We, the teachers, believe this is a great opportunity for your bright future. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The idea of studying at the best hero school in the world was overwhelming. I sat in silence for about a minute, processing everything. I needed some time to think. We won't force you, think hard and make your decision, but you only have 2 days, Aizawa said, breaking the silence. I nodded, indicating that I understood. I thanked them for the opportunity and told them I needed some time to think and discuss this with my friends. Leaving the teacher's office, I felt a mix of excitement and uncertainty. This was a life-changing decision, and I needed to weigh the pros and cons. I couldn't wait to share the news with my friends and girlfriends, seek their advice. The next 2 days were going to be crucial in determining my future path. I came back to the dorm, went straight to my room, and locked the door. I called my mom and told her everything. She advised me to make a wise decision since it's about my future. We discussed it for a while and then I hung up. It was around 6:30 p.m. and my mind was filled with thoughts of Uraraka. Yup, we're dating. She's the love of my life, and I wanted to share everything with her. To be honest, I really didn't want to go to America. I couldn't imagine leaving everyone here, especially Uraraka. They mean the world to me. So, I made my way towards Uraraka's room, not bothering to knock and just opening the door like I always do. But what I saw inside shocked me more than the news itself. I couldn't believe my eyes. Uraraka was kissing 𝗂𝐭. What am I seeing now? No, it can't be. I must be dreaming, I thought to myself, desperately trying to make sense of it all. I had always trusted Uraraka, believing she would never cheat on me. But in this moment, my heart shattered as 𝗂𝐭 said, "Oh, Deku. Get the F away from here. Can't you see we're busy, nerd?" Feeling completely shattered, I apologized for the disturbance and quickly ran away from there, back to my room. I locked the door behind me and collapsed onto my bed, tears streaming down my face. Now I was faced with a difficult decision. Should I still consider moving to America? I couldn't help but wonder why Uraraka would do this to me. I loved her so much, and this betrayal cut deep. I knew I needed to talk to her, to confront her about what I saw. But right now, my heart was broken, and I was left with a whirlwind of emotions. Izuku woke up and couldn't stop thinking about what happened yesterday. He needed to talk to Uraraka first and find out the truth. Maybe Kaken forced or blackmailed her into doing it because he knew she would never cheat on him. As these thoughts swirled in his mind, Izuku made his way towards the common room. To his surprise, he found Bakugo, Iida, Uraraka, Momo, and Todoroki sitting together, engaged in a deep conversation. Izuku hesitated for a moment, unsure of how to approach the situation. But he knew he had to confront Uraraka and get to the bottom of things. Izuku's POV. I went downstairs, trying to shake off my thoughts. As I approached the common room, I could hear my name being mentioned in the ongoing conversation. Curiosity got the better of me. "Hey guys, what a yo dash," I tried to interrupt, but they didn't hear me. However, something they said caught my attention, and I became even more intrigued. I quieted down and focused on their conversation, eager to find out what they were saying about me, and I decided to eavesdrop, hiding myself so they wouldn't notice me. On a normal day, I wouldn't resort to such tactics, but after what happened yesterday, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Thoughts like, what if she was cheating on me from the start, plagued my mind, intensifying my need to know what they were discussing. I listened intently, hoping to catch any clues or hints that would shed light on the situation. It was a risky move, but I couldn't resist the urge to uncover the truth. My heart sank as I overheard Todoroki's words. Well, to be completely honest, he is so annoying with that mumbling and all the stupid questions he keeps on asking about our quirks. It just gets on my nerves. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Todoroki, whom I admired and considered a friend, was speaking negatively about me. It felt like a betrayal. And then Iida chimed in, adding, "Yeah, Midoriya can be so unheroic sometimes. I don't know how the pro heroes can allow such an unheroic student in the UA." It was like a punch to the gut. I had always looked up to him, and now it seemed that he saw me in a completely different light. But the final blow came from Uraraka. Thank God I'm not alone. He is really clingy. I just hate it. He always acts like a cinnamon roll. I just hate that. Uraraka, who I thought would defend me, also joined in the criticism. It felt like my world was crumbling around me. I couldn't understand why they were saying these things about me. Had I done something wrong? Was I really that annoying? Doubt and sadness consumed me as I tried to process their words. I felt hurt and betrayed, questioning the authenticity of our friendships. Bakugo, yeah, that nerd. It was quite something when he found out about us yesterday. It was interesting to see him upset after witnessing his girlfriend and childhood friend together. Ha. Uraraka, absolutely. Ha. Momo, you should have captured that moment so we could have all shared it. Seeing Deku in tears. I bet he didn't even realize that you were cheating on him all along. I bet he probably still believes that you did it because Bakugo pressured you and you're still in love with him. PFDEHE. My heart sank even further as I listened to their cruel words. So, she was cheating on me from the start. How could I have been so blind? The pain and betrayal I feel are overwhelming. I couldn't bear to hear any more of their hurtful comments. But then, a voice of reason broke through the chaos. Kirishima and Kaminari spoke up, saying, "What the F? Are you all crazy or what? Why would you do that to him? He is so nice to you all. He even helped you when you all were in trouble." I couldn't believe my ears. There were still people who hadn't abandoned me, who saw through the lies and deceit. Just when I thought I couldn't take it anymore, Mina and Jdru suddenly hugged me from behind. Their support meant the world to me in that dark moment. Mina and Jdru, don't cry, we're with ya. Don't let those jerks get to ya. I let out a little laugh, grateful for their support. They guided me to my room, making sure I was okay. Mina, Jdru, Kirishima, and Kaminari stayed with me until I stopped crying. Their presence meant the world to me in that moment of despair. Feeling fed up with the constant bullying, I made up my mind to leave it all behind and start fresh in America. I picked up the phone and called my mom, sharing my decision with her. Inko's POV. I was in the kitchen when suddenly my phone rang. I wondered who could be calling at this time, during lunch. When I saw that it was Izuku, I quickly picked up the phone because he never calls at this hour. On 𝐒𝐭𝐲 𝐒𝐭𝐻𝐿𝐲 Hello, 𝗧𝗏𝗂𝐐𝐻. Hello. What happened? Are you alright? Heard him sobbing. Who dared to make my 𝐈𝐧𝐿 cry? Pouting face 𝗬𝗵𝗲 loudly crying face. I don't want to live here anymore. He said and started crying even more. 𝐈𝐧𝐿. What happened? Why you crying? 𝐈𝐧𝐿, tell me what happened. Are you alright? Did someone bully you? 𝐈𝐧𝐿, he is just crying and not saying anything, and it worried me. Mom, I have decided. I think I should use this opportunity to study at the best hero school. He said as he stopped crying. Okay, but tell me, why did you decide this all of a sudden? What about your friends and Uraraka? And you were hesitating when I mentioned the CEO position. What happened, 𝐈𝐧𝐿? Tell me honestly. Silent. Mom, we broke up. He explained everything about how Bakugo, Iida, Uraraka, and some other students were bad-mouthing him and how she was cheating on him. Okay 𝐈𝐧𝐿, let's move to America. I am really angry at them, and I am worried that if 𝐈𝐧𝐿 didn't move on, he would hurt himself even more. We can start fresh there. Mom, when are we moving? Like I told you before, my flight is tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. So, do you want to go together? I can book your ticket now. Or do you want to go a few days later? So soon? I'll go with you, and I'll let all the teachers know that I have decided to take the opportunity to study in the best hero school, the American UA. Alright 𝐈𝐧𝐿. Start packing your stuff, and I'll do the same. In the evening, I'll come to your school to talk about transferring. Thank you so much. I'm your mom, I can do at least this much for ya. Plus, I got this job, so we're gonna have an amazing life in America. Just look forward to it, 𝐒𝐻𝐁. Now bye. Pack your stuff, and I'll do the same. Face blowing a kiss Bye mom. Face blowing a kiss call ended. How dare they bully my 𝐈𝐧𝐿. I gotta talk to Aizawa and All Might about this. I ain't gonna let them get away with it. This time I'll never allow anyone to bully you, and I'm not gonna listen to you either, 𝐈𝐧𝐿. You're my precious child. And Katsuki, I'm not gonna leave you this time. After talking with his mom, Izuku started packing his things, his mind filled with thoughts of what his mom had said. He made a firm decision. He wouldn't shed any more tears over the bullies. Instead, he would find the strength within himself to move on and rise above their cruelty. Time skip. Third person's POV. He finished packing his things, and now it's almost 6:30 p.m. It's time for his mom to come and talk to the teachers about his transfer. So, he went to the common room to grab some snacks quickly because he was hungry. He hadn't eaten anything since morning. As he headed towards the kitchen, something unexpected happened. Bakugo, oh nerd. Bring me some food too or I'll kill you, Izuku. Don't you have your own legs and hands? Go and take it yourself, Bakugo, ignoring the shocked faces. 𝗎𝗓𝗍𝗔 POV. I saw Deku coming towards the common room, so I thought maybe he would come towards me crying like, Uraraka, I know you can't do this, they must have forced you. But he's not even looking at me. Then I hear Bakugo shouting at Deku, so I thought maybe he'll cry now. But he just talks back to Bakugo and calls him Bakugo. It shocked me. Like he just talks back to him and he didn't call him Kaken. Hey, how could you just ignore use? So rude. At least greet us. That's really rude behavior. I hope Iida was here so he could teach you some manners, and yeah, bring food for me too, nerd. Hearing this, Izuku looked at me with an irritating face. Oi, ugly two-face beach, didn't you hear what I just said? Go and take it, don't you have hands and legs? And don't you dare call me Deku or nerd, I have a F name you beach. Yes, now I don't even have any appetite. What did I just hear? Did he just curse, and not just one time? And he just cursed me and raised his voice at me. Bakugo's POV. Wait, hold on. Did he just call me Bakugo? And did he actually talk back to me without any fear in his eyes? As I'm processing these thoughts, all of a sudden, I hear Deku cursing and raising his voice against Uraraka. I'm taken aback by the whole situation. I didn't even realize that Deku had left the dorm. When I finally come back to my senses, I'm filled with anger. How could that nerd just talk back to me like that? I feel Uraraka coming towards me for a kiss. I just pushed her away. Oi, beach, stay away from me. I know you're just a slut. As I said this, I went to my room in anger. Izuku's POV. I was heading towards my room, feeling completely disheartened by the whole situation with that annoying beach and that 𝐒𝐻𝐁𝐵𝐵. But then, out of the blue, my phone started ringing. On the call, Izuku. Hello. Mom? Oh, Izuku-kun, I'm at your school, in the teacher's room, having a conversation with your homeroom teacher and All Might. They want to talk to you about something. Izuku. Oh, okay. I'm on my way. Bye. Mom, bye. Call ended. I completely forgot that my mom was coming because of those two airs. Sigh. I quickly brushed away those thoughts and made my way to the common room. And what do I see there? Uraraka is about to kiss Bakugo. I just can't believe I was dating someone like this beach. I ignored them and left the dorm. They also didn't notice me, and how would they when they are busy eating each other? Disgusting rolled his eyes. I went towards the teacher's room and heard them say, "Come in," so I entered. Aizawa and All Might asked, "What happened?" I was confused, but they could see right through me. They knew me well enough to know that I would never leave my girlfriend and friends behind. So, I gathered my courage and started explaining every single detail to them. My eyes started to well up with tears, and my lips were trembling. "It hurts," I confessed, my voice filled with a mixture of pain and resentment. No matter how much I despise her now, I can't deny that I truly loved her. As I slowly turned to look at my mom, seeking support and understanding, she nodded, silently urging me to continue. And so, I began to recount every single detail of the ordeal, laying bare the betrayal and heartache I had experienced. Aizawa and All Might listened intently, their anger growing with each passing word. They were ready to expel those two troublemakers from 𝐒𝐻𝐁𝐵𝗵 to ensure justice was served. But I couldn't bear the thought of them being expelled, even in the face of their betrayal. But then, unexpectedly, my mom spoke up to them. She said, "Mr. Aizawa, since Izuku doesn't want them expelled, you shouldn't either. However, since they dared to hurt my son, you should show them what hell looks like." Aizawa. "Yeah, Mrs. Midoriya, don't worry, I'm already planning for it." With a devilish smirk, I was kinda worried what they were going to face before I took my revenge. Third person's POV. Izuku is in his room now. He went to a restaurant with his mom and had dinner, so he's sleeping. He got tired after the whole day, so he fell asleep quickly. He also has to wake up early tomorrow. Sleep well, Izuku. Crescent moon sparkles. Next morning, it's 6 a.m. Izuku woke up and went through his morning routine before heading to the kitchen to grab something to eat. Finding the common room empty, he felt a sense of relief. After breakfast, as he was walking back to his room, he accidentally bumped into someone. To his surprise, it was Kirishima. "Kirishima, sorry, I didn't see you there getting up." "Oh, Izuku, it's you. What are you doing up so early? Classes start at 10 a.m. I don't know their actual school time. Izuku remembered that he hadn't told them anything, so he shared everything with Kirishima since he had been there for him during his hard times, and Izuku trusted him. "Kirishima, what? You're moving to America today in just 3 hours, and you didn't say anything to me. I know you got the offer and all these things happened, but you didn't mention you're moving today." "Izuku, I just didn't find the right time to tell you all about this. So, can you bring the other 3 to my room? I want to spend the remaining time with all of you." As they hung out with Izuku, the girls gave him some lectures, and the boys got all pouty, demanding that Izuku WHP up breakfast for them since he hadn't spilled the beans earlier. They played games, chatted away, shed tears while hugging. Izuku cooked breakfast for them one last time, and time slipped by in this manner. It's now 8:30 a.m., and Izuku's mom is already here to whisk him off to the airport for their 9:30 a.m. flight. Izuku hugged each teacher and all his true friends. Tears flowed freely as everyone bid farewell to their beloved person, child, friend who was departing. Deep inside, they harbored anger towards those responsible for his departure. Izuku handed each teacher a small gift, expressing his gratitude for their guidance. To All Might, he presented a photo of them both, dressed in matching outfits. As they exchanged gifts, emotions ran high. The teachers were touched by Izuku's thoughtfulness, and All Might was visibly moved by the photo, a symbol of their bond and shared experiences. It was a moment of heartfelt connection amidst the bittersweet farewell. Izuku also gifted his friends, Mina, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Jairu, with small tokens of appreciation for Izuku also gifted his friends, Mina, Kirishima, Kaminari, and J with small tokens of appreciation. In return, the four friends surprised Izuku with a photo they had drawn of him at the last moment. The exchange of gifts was filled with warmth and fondness. Mina, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Jiro's gestures touched Izuku deeply, showcasing their friendship and the memories they shared. It was a poignant moment of camaraderie and affection as they prepared to part ways. Too, Izuku's eyes welled up with tears as he gazed at the heartfelt drawing. Overwhelmed by emotions, they embraced tightly, tears streaming down their cheeks. As Izuku bid farewell to the 𝐬, departing for a new chapter in their life, the weight of the moment hung heavy in the air. It was a poignant goodbye, filled with memories, gratitude, and the promise of new beginnings. As the flight prepared for takeoff, Izuku's mind wandered back to his time at 𝐬. He grappled with the realization that those he believed to be his closest friends had betrayed him, while unexpectedly finding solace in those he seldom spoke to, who now stood as his pillars of support during challenging times. Shaking off these thoughts, a sudden impulse struck Izuku. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, he decided to create an Instagram account under the name Izuku. His Insta ID later will be 𝗵𝗃𝗃. Capturing a photo of the plane, his reasons unclear even to himself, he shared it on his new account third person's POV as the flight prepared for takeoff. Izuku's mind wandered back to his time at 𝐬. He grappled with the realization that those he believed to be his closest friends had betrayed him, while unexpectedly finding solace in those he seldom spoke to, who now stood as his pillars of support during challenging times. Shaking off these thoughts, a sudden impulse struck Izuku. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, he decided to create an Instagram account under the name Izuku. His Insta ID later will be 𝗵𝗃𝗃. Capturing a photo of the plane, his reasons unclear even to himself, he shared it on his new account downwards button. Liked by 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻, worst liked by 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻, worst. Beach and 8 others Izuku. Beaches wait for me view 12 comments 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻. Where are you going? Where's Beach Izuku? Izuku. I'm coming back to America dumbass. Where's Beach F for real 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻 the hell, change the ACC name Beach it's so not you. Hey, did I mention that Izuku has 2 cousins in America? They're not your typical relatives, they're more like best buddies than cousins. Plus, they're the same age. Exciting, right? In group chat, dumb hoes hell, at 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻, hey guys. The 𝐬 is coming back. Did anyone knew about it? Worst. Beach OFC not beach. Funhard. How come I don't know? At always. Corny, nobody knew about it, Zuka didn't tell us IG. At Icos, except me woman raising hand light skin tone at 𝐒𝐭𝐽𝐻, how come you know that but I don't? And why the hell you didn't tell us? At Icos, 'cause nobody asked me and auntie told me when I called her yesterday unamused face. Worst. Beach, Zuko I can see you're online. Why aren't you replying? I'm thinking about a name for my ACC, as some Beach told me to add Izuku. Do you also like when I first met you Kurabaku story by Glitched Pixel when I first met you Kurabaku story K ever since Idro Kirishima started UA, he had admired Katsuki Bakugo's determination to become a hero and Denki Kaminari's kindness and lovable personality When Kiri S I will never find another 𝐬𝐿 Kurabaku by Porcelain Sky I will never find another 𝐬𝐿 Kurabaku. BN 8K2K Kirishima and Bakugo have their entire future ahead of them, and they plan to spend it together. That is, until one fight with an unknown villain rips it away from them. Arranged marriage to Baku by Freckled Softy. Arranged marriage to Baku K7K. Forced to marry a stranger, Katsuki Bakugo and Show Plus by CCB Plus. 9K. This is absolute cringe, don't read it. Promise you won't let me walk away next time, he asked. Bakugo smiled in return. I promise baby, I won't. Changed by 𝐒𝐭𝐴𝐷 78 changed KK. One day, Izuku Midoriya sees his boyfriend, Shoto Todoroki, cheating on him with his bully, Katsuki Bakugo. Heartbroken, he's presented with the opportunity to go to Heart of a Hero by Lilnug 45. Heart of a Hero 8K. Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo have always been close, with Bakugo protecting Izuku during their childhood. But now, as they both strive to enter UA, the roles have S at worst. Betrayal. How about 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂? Okay IG, at Izuku. D so is it okay now, at 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂 at 𝗵𝗃𝗲? Wait, you have Insta now. How come I don't know about this too? At always. Corny, now you know so just follow it dumbass. And where is the other dumbass? At 𝗵𝗃𝗲, oh James's play game. Worst. Beach, what about Katie and Belly? At 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐲, 'cause of their nasty scream I can't sleep all night. At worst. Beach, those corny beaches. What the F? Stop it, don't make me feel single you F airs, at 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂 okay now bye and follow me on Insta and tell the other F airs too, at 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂 at 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧 okay and bye. Hey, did I forget to mention that Izuku is chummy with his cousin's high school pals, and yeah, he's not afraid to curse around them. Back in Japan, he played it safe and was as sweet as pie, but now he's letting loose. And get this, Izuku's dad is the wealthiest person in America, followed by Izuna's dad in second place, and Izumi's dad in third. Quite the rich hierarchy, right? Now his ACC name is at 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂 and he did follow his U. A friend's Izuku's American Friends account name at Angel Wings, Izumi Midoriya at worst. Beach, Izuna Midoriya at 𝗵𝗃𝗲𝗃 Jake at always. Corny, William at 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝗄𝐲, Kelly at 𝐿𝐼𝐵's, Belly at 𝐿𝐼𝐵's. Cat, Katrina at Greeniest Life, James at 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗂, Izuku and UA's ACC gonna be their names simple can't think any really, lazy Izuku's POV I just posted on my new account and followed my cousins and some American friends. Suddenly I started getting likes and comments. It was from Izuna and Izumi. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I completely forgot to tell them that I'm moving back. They're gonna be so mad at me, oh geez. While I was replying to their comments, Izuna suggested I change my account name, and I thought, yeah, why was I even using that name anyway? I was brainstorming some cool new names when notifications started flooding in. So, I was lost in thought about my new account name, totally ignoring the group chat. But then, out of the blue, Izumi exploded with messages because, you know, you can't ignore Izumi and get away with it. I quickly replied because ignoring Izumi is like signing your own death warrant. I guess she spilled the beans in the group that I'm coming back. Now I'm definitely in for it, I muttered nervously. Then, Izumi came through with a brilliant suggestion for a name, claiming it would be even better than Izuku's. So, I made the change. Surprisingly, I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. Strange, right? I guess a good name change can do wonders. Izuku's thoughts. Why isn't James messaging me? Pouty face. Oh, he's gaming spots Jake's message. Wait, why am I still thinking about him? I can't figure out why he occupies my mind so much, and my heart races at the mere thought of seeing James. I have to admit, he's really good looking and totally my type. Sometimes Izumi and Izuna tease me with his name, and I'm just lost. Whatever. Time to hit the hay. Third person's POV. After the flight, as Izuku stepped out of the airport, he breathed in the fresh air. It felt like a blend of new and old, unknown yet strangely familiar. He was filled with an incredible feeling, not a bad one, but a good one. It seemed like a fresh start with echoes of the past. Izuku felt rejuvenated but also weary after the journey. Izuku was waiting for his father when suddenly, everyone gasped in shock as the #1 hero of America and the richest man emerged from the airport. At first, he was confused, but then he remembered who his father was. He spotted his father stepping out of his car, dropped all his bags, and sprinted towards him, embracing him tightly. "I missed you, Dad. I missed you so much," he exclaimed as they both hugged each other for a good 5 minutes. After they broke the hug, they heard his mom clear her throat, ahem, drawing their attention. She pointed towards the shocked people and reporters. Dad instructed me and Mom to wait inside the car while he dealt with the reporters who knows where they came from. Woman shrugging light skin tone. After about 30 minutes, Dad joined us in the car, and we headed home. The car downwards button. Mom, darling, why did you bring this one? You should have brought the regular car so we could have gotten home sooner. Mom, darling, why did you bring this one? You should have brought the regular car so we could have gotten home sooner. Izuku, yeah, Dad, everyone knows all your personal cars. You should have brought the regular one. Dad, I wanted to show all of America that my son is back. That's why I brought my most popular car smirking. He really is the best dad in the world and crazy too, I guess, Izuku thought. Time skip, they finally arrived home. Izuku stepped out of the car, a look of confusion on his face. Dad, where are we? He asked, puzzled. Dad replied, this is a small gift for you, my dearest son, as you have returned after 3 whole years. That's why a small gift. Izuku was taken aback, wondering who gives a mansion as a gift. Dad, I'm tired and not in the mood for a joke. Can we go home? Izuku said wearily. Izuna chimed in, no, Izuku, it's not a joke. Izuna said as she emerged from the so-called gifted house with Izumi, Jake, Kelly, and Belly. Well, now I know it's not a joke, and my dad really gave me this house as a gift, like a freaking mansion. But James is not here, I guess, Izuku thought, a little sad. Thanks, Dad, thanks for the gift. I love it, Izuku expressed his gratitude. Izuku hugged his friends and sisters, and they all entered the new house. Izuku's house downwards button, Izuku thought to himself. Yup, it's my own mansion, Izuku thought to himself. Yup, it's my own mansion. Own means my freaking own personal mansion. Hell yeah. As he entered, the butler came and took his bags, heading upstairs. Izuna and Izumi chimed in. Izuku/Izu, we decorated your room so don't worry. Izuku was relieved. Well, that's great as I don't have to waste 2 to 3 hours decorating it, and now I can rest more. The maids served our food. As we ate, we chit-chat about our daily lives. After eating, Mom and Dad went to their own mansion/home. Their mansion downwards button, it's just a 15-minute car ride from Izuku's mansion to his parents' mansion. It's just a 15-minute car ride from Izuku's mansion to his parents' mansion. Izuku's parents went to their house. He asked his friends to stay the night, and they all agreed. They were all exhausted. Izuku was tired from the journey, while his friends were tired because Izumi, Jake, and Kelly spent 4 hours decorating Izuku's room, and Izuna and Belly spent 5 hours shopping for a whole new wardrobe. They picked out the best clothes that Izuku liked. They were all so tired that they didn't argue and just went to the first rooms they saw. Izumi and Jake went to one room. Kelly preferred to sleep alone for the silence, and Belly and Izuna took the front room. Izuku went to his room, and they all fell asleep quickly as it was already nighttime. Izuku's POV. As I said goodbye to my mom and dad, I walked inside and saw my friends and cousins looking really tired. Well, they did so much for me, so of course they would be tired. I told them to stay for the night, and they accepted. I guess they are really exhausted. They all went to whichever room they found, and I went to my room. I was shocked at how beautifully they had arranged everything, but I was so tired that I quickly fell asleep in my comfy bed. Name, James upwards button at Greeniest life age, 15 height, 6'4" dating, Izuku. Gay cousin, Jake quirk, shadow, telekinesis. Shadow, he can go into anyone's shadow. Can create weapons like blade, dagger, etc. If he practice more he can do more things and can turn himself into a shadow. Drawback, if use more than can't see for 30 minutes. Telekinesis, can move any object through his mind. Now can only move small object, but with practice he can move anything he want. Drawback, feel dizzy and blackout. But if he practice more, drawback will be none. But if he practice more, drawback will be none. Name, Jake upwards button at 𝗵𝗲 age, 15 height, 6'3" dating, Izumi. Straight cousin, James quirk, invisibility, telekinesis. Invisibility, if he want he can make anything he touches invisible. He can make any body part of his invisible. But with practice he can get invisible. Drawback, dizzy telekinesis, same as James cause they are cousin and all family members have this quirk. Drawback, same as James. Drawback, same as James. Name, Izuku Midoriya upwards button at Angel Wings age, 15 height, 5'4" dating, Jake. Straight cousins, Izuku, Izuna quirk, Angel's blessings, mind control. Angel's blessing, she can get wings and a halo. Can use do healing. Can create blade of light. When use eyes turn white and a tattoo appear on her back. Drawback, if she overuse it start bleeding from her back where the wings pop up. But with more practice she can MSTR it. Mind control, Same as she knows but more stronger and hard to get free. Drawback: if use more can cause to lose mind. Drawback: if use more can cause to lose mind. Name: Izuku Midoriya 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗲 at worst. Beach: age, 15, height, 5'5", dating, none, aromantic cousin, Izumi, Izuku. Quirk: Demon's blessings, nightmare. Demon's blessings: she can get wings, a tail, horns. Can use black slash. Can create black blades. Eyes turn red and a demon tattoo appears on her back. Drawback: same as Izumi. Nightmare: can make you dream about anything she want. Drawback: if use more she fell asleep for half a day. Drawback: if use more she fell asleep for half a day. One name: 𝗕𝗁𝗵𝗄𝗏 at 𝐒𝐭𝐲 age, 15, height, 5'1", dating, none, lesbian, has a crush on someone for a long time but don't want to ask her out cause she is lazy. Sister, Belly's twin. Quirk: copy, confession. Copy: she can copy anyone's quirk as long as she make eye contact for 5 seconds and can use their powers for a day. Drawback: limitation 5 quirk per day. Can increase the number with practice. Confession: allows its user to draw out truth from anyone after making eye contact for 5 seconds. Drawback: can't use it on someone more powerful than her or else BLD will come out of her eyes. Name: 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗏 at Ellie's. Name: 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗏 at Ellie's. Age: 15, height, 5'1", dating, Katrina, bisexual. Sister, Kelly's twin. Quirk: blood curdle. Blood curdle: allow the user to temporarily paralyze their opponent by ingesting samples of their BLD. Only requires her tongue to make contact with a small amount of a person's BLD, regardless of where and how it's found. Just like stains but more powerful. Drawback: can't use on someone who is stronger than her. Drawback: can't use on someone who is stronger than her. Name: 𝗕𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏 at Ellie's. Cat: age, 15, height, 5'5", dating, Belly. Queer sexual quirk: rewind. Rewind: unique ability to rewind time, stop time, granting her the ability to either heal damage or revert others into a state of non-existence. Just like Aries but she can control it well. Drawback: if use more can forgot some of her memories. Drawback: if use more can forgot some of her memories. Name: 𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗧𝗏 at always. Corny: age, 15, height, 6'1", dating, always changing partner. Bisexual quirk: foresight, animal taming. Foresight: allow him to see someone's future. In order to activate the quirk he need to touch and make eye contact with the target. He is a hand-to-hand fighter. Drawback: he can only use it on 5 people per day. After that he can't use it for a day. But with practice he can use it for more. Animal taming: can tame animals and then summon them for fight for 30 minutes. Drawback: none. Name: Izuku Midoriya 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗏𝗏 at 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗍. Name: Izuku Midoriya 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗏𝗏 at 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗍. Age: 15, height, 5'6", 11 in the future. Dating, James. Pansexual quirk: Demon's blessings, Angel's blessings, OFA, danger sense. Guess what he activated a bonus package 𝗧. Demons and Angels blessings, same as his cousins Izuna and Izumi. Drawback: also same as his cousins. But less cause he can use it more effectively than them. Oh, all of you already know about this but now at present he can use 40%. Drawback: same as show in the series. Danger sense: he can sense any danger at some distance. For now he can sense about 6 kilometers. Drawback: none. Demon's blessings appearance downwards button. Demon's blessings appearance downwards button. Angel's blessing appearance downwards button. Ignore the uniform, only the hair with white eyes. Ignore the uniform, only the hair with white eyes. His appearance change after he get his real quirk when he turned 15 and he didn't tell any you. Students and teachers, not even all might. He get this quirks after 1 month of you. Entrance exam he can change his appearance to green hair one which he did when he was in you. So this are his real appearance when activating quirk, and for normal the first pick with black and white hair mix and red eyes. I woke up at 8:30 a.m., did my morning routine, and got ready for class. Suddenly, I heard some sobbing sounds. I walked towards the common room and saw Kirishima, Kaminari, Jdru, and Mina crying. I chimed in, "What the heck, extras? Why you crying so early in the morning? You're disturbing me." They all glared at me and headed back to their own rooms. Bakugo, What the heck did you all extras just ignore me? Can't you just keep that mouth shut? You're so loud and annoying. Bakugo, did you just call me annoying? Do you have a death wish, earphones? Mina, hey, let's go to our rooms. It's getting annoying. Bakugo, what the hell? Just wait in class, I will kill you all. I was so frustrated. They just ignored me and went to their rooms. I will beat that nerd in class to vent out my anger. Time skip. Classroom, 𝗬𝗧𝗍𝗗𝗄 POV. I noticed that Izuku was not in class today, and Mr. Aizawa didn't say anything either. Also, Kirishima, Kaminari, J, and Mina all looked sad and were giving me weird looks. I thought I should talk to them. That annoying guy must have said something to them about me. 𝗬𝗧𝗍𝗗𝗄, hey guys. Do you know where Deku is? He didn't say anything to me. I miss him with sad face. The four thinking, wow, she really can act, huh? If we didn't saw what she was talking about Izuku, we would have believed her now. Mina, no, we don't know, and please don't bother us rudely. J, also, we don't want to talk with you rudely. 𝗬𝗧𝗍𝗗𝗄, why are you all talking to me like this? Did I do something? With tears Mina, hey, Kirishima and Kaminari, let's go. I'm hungry. Kirishima, yeah, let's go. I also don't want to talk to a slot. 𝗬𝗧𝗍𝗗𝗄, did you just call me a slot? Kirishima, I never said anyone's name. But the slot guessed now who she is. Ida, hey, you can't talk to your friends like that. It's not very heroic. Kaminari, hey for eyes, can't you just shut that mouth of yours? It smells like CRP. 𝗬𝗧𝗍𝗗𝗄, hey Ida, they are leaving the class and class isn't even over. Ida, guys, you can't leave the class when it's not over. It's not heroic, and you didn't even ask the teachers. Mr. Aizawa, I didn't say anything to them for going outside, then what's your problem? Ida, but sir, it's still very unheroic to go outside without saying anything, just like Midoriya. He didn't even come to class today and didn't inform me as I'm the class president. That's very unheroic of him. Mr. Aizawa, and who told you that he didn't inform? Why does he have to inform you, and why do you care whether he came or not? It's none of your business. Ida, boo. But sir. Mr. Aizawa, shut up with a deadly glare. Ida didn't say anything and went to his seat quietly. I did the same. But where the heck is Deku? Uraraka, sir, where is Deku? Bakugo, yeah, where is that nerd? I want to beat him to vent my frustrations from the morning. Mr. Aizawa, none of your business from his sleeping bag. 1 week later, Todoroki's POV. I was thinking about that day when Mr. Aizawa scolded Ida and Uraraka. I noticed he also gave them a deadly glare. Todoroki. Guys, does anyone know where Midoriya is? Kirishima, I guess it's none of your business. Todoroki, did they kick him out of the school with a smirk? Mina, if they want to kick someone out, the first one will be you. Todoroki, what did you say? J, hey guys, keep quiet. Don't waste your energy on them. Let's go, it's training time, Mr. Aizawa is calling us. Todoroki, don't lie, he didn't say anything to us. Kirishima, 'cause we're training differently than you all. With an emotionless face. Todoroki, what do you mean? They didn't train us for a week. J, are you all coming or not? Other 3, coming. Todoroki thinking, what the hell were they talking about? They train differently from us, but we haven't been called for training for a week now, and Mr. Aizawa hasn't taken our class for a week either. I should talk with the others about this. Third person's POV. Todoroki went to Bakugo's room and saw Uraraka, Ida, Momo, Tokoyami, and Ojiro. Todoroki, hey guys, did anyone know that Kirishima, Kaminari, J, and Mina get separate training from us? Uraraka, what training? We haven't had any for a week. Momo, yeah, ever since Deku went missing. Bakugo, don't say that nerd's name in my room, and what the hell are you talking about? Half and half. Todoroki, I just met them, and they said Mr. Aizawa called them for training. I asked why we didn't get any, and they mentioned that they receive special and separate training from us, and they've had training sessions all week. Bakugo, what the heck, why didn't we get any then? Ida, I must talk with the teachers. This is not a very heroic thing to do. Ojiro, yeah, let's go. They all went to the teacher's room to discuss this. Only Ida and Todoroki entered, the rest were standing outside. But as they entered, They felt a deadly glare from the teachers. "Ida, you can't do this to us. We are heroes in training." "All Might, and what are you talking about?" "Ida, this glare that you all gave us and about our training," said while shaking. They were all shaking in fear because after this, they received an even more deadly glare. "Mr. Aizawa, oh, what are you all doing here? You don't have any classes or training. You can leave." "Todoroki, that's why we came. We want to know why we aren't getting any training while those four get special training." "All Might, oh, so you want training? You should have said that earlier." "Principal Nizu, yes, All Might will train all of you from now on." Appearing out of nowhere, Todoroki thinking, it somehow doesn't feel right. "All Might, okay, now you may leave, and starting tomorrow, your special training will begin. So, rest up today as much as you can." With a smirk, all seven together. At the dorm room, Todoroki was the first to voice his concerns. "Hey, somehow I think All Might threatened us." Uraraka nodded in agreement. "Yeah, I think the same too. I can feel it from his voice." Bakugo, always brash, retorted, "Who cares, we will get that special training from tomorrow, so go and sleep extras." With that, he stormed off to his room. The rest of the group exchanged glances and then decided, "Yeah, let's go and sleep. From tomorrow, we will start our training too." As they settled in for the night, little did they know what challenges awaited them in their upcoming training with All Might. Time skip. Next day, Bakugo exploded, "What the heck is this training?" Uraraka chimed in, "Yeah, do you want to kill us?" All Might calmly replied, "But you wanted this special training." Todoroki questioned, "Then why are they doing something else?" Pointing towards Kirishima, Kaminari, Mina, All Might explained, "Oh, they are training on something else." Bakugo insisted, "We want that training too." All Might's tone shifted, "Just do what I told you and fight with me." Their training is to fight with All Might, and he will not hold back. Bakugo, Uraraka, Todoroki, and the rest were trembling with fear as their hellish training began. Each day, they endured relentless beatings from All Might and the other heroes. The punishment was so severe that they found themselves in the infirmary for weeks on end. When villains attacked, the teachers turned a blind eye to these students and prioritized helping others. Meanwhile, Kirishima, Kaminari, Jairu, and Mina were undergoing separate special training, growing stronger by the day compared to the rest of Class 1A. And so, that's how they spent their time in 1A, facing grueling challenges. It's been 2 weeks since I moved to America. I have to say, it's much better than Japan, and the American you feels a lot more relaxed. Somehow, I've also officially become part of my sister's group, and, strangely enough, I ended up as their leader. They tend to clash with each other constantly, and for some reason, I'm the only one who can calm them down. Plus, I discovered I'm the strongest in the group, which probably helps. In call Mom, "Good morning, sweetheart." Izuku, "Morning, Mom." "Mom, how are you feeling in America? Have you adjusted well?" Izuku, "Yup, America's been amazing. It's a lot better than Japan, and thanks to Izumi, Izuna, and their friends, I don't even feel like the new kid." "Mom, that's a relief to hear. So, have you been able to make friends with everyone? And you're not feeling down about, that incident?" Izuku, "No, Mom, I'm honestly doing fine. I've actually made some awesome friends here. They're all really amazing, so don't worry about me." Mom, "Oh, that's so good to hear. By the way, your dad finished all the transfer work from Japan's 𝐸 to the American 𝐸. Your classes start tomorrow, so make the most of today." Izuku, "Wait, really? Finally. I was getting so bored at home. You should have told me earlier." Laughing, "Now go tell your friends the good news. Bye. Izuku, bye, Mom. Love you." Call ended. Izuku felt his excitement build as he ended the call. Standing up, he took a deep breath, grinning with renewed energy. Izuku, "Hey, you bunch of slackers. Wake up and come downstairs. I've got some news for you." He could already picture the chaos of them rushing down, half awake and confused. But this was going to be worth it. Everyone began stumbling downstairs, groggy and a bit irritable. Izuna squinted at him, still half asleep. What is it, 𝐕? Izumi trailed behind, rubbing her eyes and yawning. This better be good, or I'll kill you for waking me up this early. Izuku raised an eyebrow, smirking. It's 1 p.m. How is that early? Jake stretched, clearly feeling the effects of their late night. Come on, Izuku. We fell asleep at 6 this morning. Izuku's grin turned mischievous. Oh. And just what were you two up to at that hour? He teased, raising his eyebrows suggestively. William groaned, cutting in. Alright, just spill it. What's the good news? Before Izuku could answer, Belly gasped dramatically. Wait, don't tell me you're 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗏. She whirled on James. James, what have you done to our precious little Izuku? James sputtered, his face flushing as he stammered, 𝗬𝗏, what the hell are you even talking about? Izuku's face went bright red. Hey, it's nothing like that. And besides, how could I be 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗏, you idiot? Belly blinked, then laughed, realizing her mistake. Oh right, you're a boy. Izuku cleared his throat, collecting himself. Anyway, the actual news is starting tomorrow. I'm officially going to school with you guys. Everyone's eyes widened, a mix of surprise and excitement. Really? James blurted, looking thrilled. Izumi smirked, nudging him. Well, someone sounds excited. She cast a playful glance around the room. Looks like we only have today to enjoy ourselves then. Izuna, now fully awake, grinned broadly. Then let's get freshened up and go out. We've got a whole day to make the most of. Everyone shouted in agreement, the house filling with a surge of energy as they headed back to their rooms to get ready. Izuna and Izumi had already been staying with Izuku for his first week in America, helping him settle in. Over the past week, they'd all become inseparable, and when Izuku invited the rest of the group to crash at his place, they'd happily agreed. Their parents were often away on business, so they all quickly felt at home in Izuku's place, creating their own little family in the process. As everyone hurried to get dressed, the excitement was palpable. They were ready to spend the day together, making memories before school began the next day. Third person's POV. After about an hour, Izuku came downstairs to find James lounging on the sofa, focused on a game on his phone. He paused, finding himself strangely captivated as he watched James. His heart began to beat a little faster, and he couldn't quite understand why. Maybe it was because James looked especially handsome in his outfit today. Izuku shook off the feeling and walked over to the sofa. Hey James, you're ready already? Izuku asked, sitting beside him. James glanced up, a bit startled. Yes. I don't really pay much attention to my clothes, so I just threw on whatever was in front of me, he mumbled, his face slightly flushed. Izuku smiled. Oh, is that so? Well, even then you look really handsome. I wonder how much better you'd look if you started paying attention. James's blush deepened and he stammered, Ari. Thank you. After a moment, Izuku looked at him curiously. Hey, I've been wondering, why don't you talk to me much? Whenever we do, it's usually me who starts the conversation. Do you hate me? James's eyes widened and he shook his head. Oh, never. Why would I hate you? I could never hate you. It's just, I'm really introverted, so it's hard for me to start conversations. His face fell a bit, looking self-conscious. Izuku's face softened. Oh, I see. Here I was thinking you hated me. I'm glad to know you don't. He paused, then asked, So, does that mean you like me? He tilted his head, genuinely curious, and completely unaware of the effect his words were having. James's face turned beet red as he stammered, Izuku glanced down, playing with his fingers. Oh, I must have been wrong then. Maybe you do hate me, James shot up. I like you. From behind them, Jake suddenly laughed. Oh, so you decided to confess, huh? Bro? He teased, grinning wide. Shut up, Jake. James snapped, his face a deep shade of red. Jake smirked. What? Did I say something wrong? Izuku chuckled softly. Hey guys, come on, don't fight. James looked down, calming himself. If you say so, Jake laughed, giving Izuku a nod. Wow, Izuku, you're the only one who can calm him down. Just then, Belly walked in, hands on her hips. Why are you all shouting like a bunch of maniacs? Katrina appeared beside her, looking mildly annoyed. Belly, how many times have I told you not to use that word? She gave her a stern look. Belly immediately softened. Sorry, baby. Katrina's expression turned gentle as she patted Belly's head. That's my girl. Izumi came down the stairs, looking amused. What's going on here? We could hear James shouting all the way upstairs. Jake smirked, nodding toward James. Oh, just James here confessing to Izuku. James practically shouted, It's nothing like that. His face was a shade of red that made everyone laugh. Izuna grinned. So, you finally did it? Izuku looked around, clearly puzzled. Guys, what are you all talking about? James quickly intervened, flustered. Nothing you need to worry about. And Jake, stop it or else I'll kill you. Jake raised his hands in mock surrender. Hey, I'm your brother. William chuckled, shaking his head. Better stop teasing him, Jake. James looks ready to explode from all that blushing. He's already like a tomato. Kelly suddenly popped up out of nowhere. So, when are we going shopping? Everyone jumped in surprise, turning to face her. Kelly, when did you get here? They all cried, slightly startled. Izuku shook his head, laughing. She's right though. We should get going. It's already 3 p.m. Izuna nodded, checking her watch. Yeah, let's head out. They all went to the garage, dividing up into cars. Izumi and Jake took her car, while Izuna, Kelly, and William took Izuna's. Belly and Katrina hopped into one of Izuku's other cars. James hesitated for a moment. Izuna, how about you take a car with Izuku? I'll go with William. Izuna crossed her arms, raising an eyebrow. Not happening. James frowned, confused. Why not? Izuna shrugged nonchalantly. Because I don't want you touching my car. So, go with Izuku. James's shoulders slumped. Please. Izuna fixed him with a steely glare. Go with Izuku. Izuku's heart sank a little at the exchange. So he really doesn't want to ride with me. Does he hate me that much? Why does it hurt so much to think that? He wondered, looking down to hide his disappointment. Fine, James muttered, shooting Izuna a glare before turning back to Izuku. Izuku forced a small smile. I'll drive if that's okay with you, James. James hesitated. But you don't know the streets here yet. It'd be easier if I drove. Izuku's expression tightened just a bit. It's fine. I'll follow Izumi's car. Besides, I prefer to drive my own car. His tone was a touch harsher than usual. James's face fell slightly, hurt flickering in his eyes. Oh, okay then. They got into the car, settling into an awkward silence as Izuku started the engine. Izumi's car, Izuna's car, Izuna's car, Izuku's second car which Belly is using, Izuku's second car which Belly is using. Izuku's second car which Belly is using, Izuku's car, James POV James thinking. It's so quiet. Izuku is not talking to me. Is he angry that I didn't want to share a car with him? What should I do? Should I try to start a conversation with him? Yeah, I should do it, James. So Izuku, did you like America now? Izuku, James, more than Japan. Izuku, James, did you like the American UA that day? Izuku, yes, James. How was it comparing to Japan? Izuku, good. James, hey Izuku. Izuku, what? James, sorry about that day. Izuku, it's okay. James, hey, are you angry? Izuku, no. James, I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean those things I said that day at school. Third person's POV flashback week after Izuku came to America. Izuna, Izuku wanna come with yous to school. Izuku, but I didn't take admission yet. Izuna, come on, you don't go outside of house that much. You only go around that neighborhood park. Izumi, yeah, Iza, let's go together. You will get to meet with those F-airs. Izuku, really excited. Izuna, what now you're excited? Izuku, well yeah. I only met with Belly, Kelly and Izumi's BF Jake. I want to meet with others. Izuna, okay then, decided, let's go. Izuku, but what about your classes? Izumi, don't worry, we don't attempt that much anyway. Izuku, okay then, let's go. School, Izumi called the whole group to an empty classroom which they made their base cause nobody come to this room so they can easily bunk classes if they want. Izumi, hey guys, I have a surprise for you all. Belly, what excited Izumi? Come here. Izuku, hello guys, I'm Izuku. Belly, Kai, you're finally bring him to school. So which class are you in? What are you subjects? Izuku, no, I still didn't take admission. I just came today to meet you all. I will attend from next Monday. Belly, oh sad, just join our group already man. Kelly, hey, how are you doing? I didn't get to see you all week. Jake, well, OFC exams were going on, how do you accept to see him? Kelly, whatever, who cares about exam? I don't even study for finals, so why care about this stupid one? Izumi, how would you see him, he didn't even come outside of his room. Izuku, hey, that's not true. Izuna, yeah, he only goes to the neighborhood park sometimes. William, what, you didn't go out of your house for a week? Izuku, Izumi, okay, introduction time. Zuki, you already know Belly, Kelly and Jake. Okay, this loud mouth just now was William, that's Katrina Belly's GF and that James Jake's brother. And guys, this is my adorable brother and bestie Izuku. Katrina, hi, finally able to meet you in person. Though in chat you were an amazing person, hope you're more amazing in real life. William, you, if you feel down just call me, I'll help you, but don't fall in love with me after that flirting. Izumi, I think you forgot that beating from last time. James, hi. Izuku, hello, nice to meet you too, and I also hope to get alone with you all more. Izuku thinking, so that's James. He doesn't talk much I guess because he used to text less in our group chat too. But he's handsome. Belly, hey James, that's rude. James, what's rude? Belly, you should greet him properly, it's your first time meeting. James, first Izumi called us here saying that she had an important announcement, but this was her important announcement and you want me to greet that guy politely. Annoyed Belly, James, that's too much. Izuna, say sorry to Izu now. James, Izuku thinking, he hates me I guess, that's why he didn't talk with me once, but I'm already used to with this kind of treatment. But it somehow reminded me of Bakugo and it pisses me of Izuku. Guys, it's okay, calm down Izuna. Belly, Izuna, but I see you. Izuku, Izuna, calm down, I said coldly. Izuna, oh. Okay, feeling sure. James thinking, what? This guy can calm down Izuna? And that cold voice just now, I guess nobody noticed it except Izuna and Izumi, and I guess I notice it too. James, I'm going. I can't miss this important class. Degree time skip degree. After they gave Izuku a tour of their school, Izuku told them to go to class and he told Izumi and Izuna that he will be waiting for them after classes finish, so they can go home together. Now Izuku was sitting under a tree and thinking about how his UA friends treated him. His eyes get watery. James, hey, why are you crying? Izuku, oh, it's nothing sadly. James, it's not like I'm interested. Izuku, again he start thinking and water started coming in his eyes. James, is it because what I said in the morning? You're such a crybaby. Izuku, why do you care why I'm crying or not? Echii? And will you please shut up? James, whatever. I didn't like you anyway. James thinking, what the why is he so angry and sad at the same time? When I first saw him today I thought I saw an angel, he really is pretty. I just wanted to say sorry to him, that's why when I saw him here I came, but I saw him crying. Why is he crying? Is it because of me? I should say sorry, but I just said him that I hate him. James, why do you have to talk like that? Izumi, what are you doing here? Izu. Izuku, nothing, just this looks so pretty so I came here while waiting for you. Izuna, oh, you were really waiting for me, I think I fall in love with you. Izuku, Zuna, don't talk about that again, I told you before didn't I? Coldly Izuna. Oh, I'm sorry. Izuku sadly and scared others. Okay, now let's go. Belly, hey Izuku, wanna go to a restaurant? Izuku, yeah sure, let's go. James thinking, what was that? That cold gaze, did nobody notice it again, and why did he suddenly get angry when Izuna talk about love? Whatever, I should say sorry to him first. After 2 hours, everyone was going home, then suddenly James called Izuku. James, Izuku, can I talk to you for a moment? Izuku, yeah, what is it? James, with a bright smile. James, I'm sorry Izuku for what I said to you earlier. Izuku, oh, it's okay James, you don't have to say sorry, and I'm also sorry for raising my voice that time. James, no, it was my fault. Izuku, Come on James, we are friends and in friendship there should be no sorry no thank you, right again with his angelic smile James. If you say 𝗬𝗧 slightly blushing then 𝗧𝗵𝗲 came out of the restaurant and with 𝗧𝗑 they also went home. Jake, so bro you fall for 𝗧𝗑 James. Yeah I guess 𝗬 said without realizing 𝗧 came back to sense Jake. Finally you find someone Bruce smirking face James. It's not Lee-like that James thinking, who will not fall in love with such an angel. But my first impression was of a bastard. Now what should I do to make up to him Jake? Don't worry I'll help you. James, WH. What how did you know what was I think? Jakes, it's written all over you face. Now let's go how much longer are you gonna stare 𝗧𝗑 already went home bro. James, blushing crazy let's go. Flashback ended 𝗧𝗑, James what did I told you that day? James, that we are friends and in friendship no sorry no thank you. 𝗧𝗑, then why are you saying sorry to me again I know you hate me and also that you don't even think of me as a friend sarcastically James. No 𝗧𝗑 I don't hate you I didn't want to share a car with you because whenever I'm around you I just can't think properly on and get flustered like no. James thinking, good James you said it, 𝗧𝗑, what that's the reason oh. Blush hard Izuna leaned back in her chair, a mischievous smile spreading across her face. Okay, 𝗧𝗑, it's makeover time. 𝗧𝗑 blinked in confusion. What? No way. Izumi chimed in, crossing her arms. Yup, you definitely need to change this cinnamon roll style of yours. It's time for a transformation. 𝗧𝗑 scratched the back of his head, considering their words. I guess it's not a bad idea. A new start deserves some badass changes, right? Izuna clapped her hands together, excitement sparkling in her eyes. Exactly. Belly and William, you're coming with us. The rest of you can just well, screw off. James hesitated, a nervous expression crossing his face. I want to come too. Izumi raised an eyebrow, surprised. What? Now you want to hang out with Aizu? Hey, don't say it like that, Izumi, Izuku defended, a hint of warmth in his voice. We sorted things out in the car, so it's all good now. If Aizu says it's okay, then I guess it's fine, Izumi relented, shrugging her shoulders. As the group prepared to leave, James couldn't help but feel a surge of warmth at Izuku's words. Wow, Iz took my side. Wait, did I just call him Iz? Oh my god, what the hell? I'm totally in love with this angel. His cheeks flushed crimson as he mentally panicked. Hey James, are you okay? Do you have a fever? Izuku asked, a concerned look crossing his face. No, I'm fine. Let's go. James stammered, his voice high-pitched as he tried to hide his flustered state. With that, Izuku, Izuna, Belly, William, and James set off for Izuku's makeover, while Kelly and Katrina headed to the mall to shop for dresses. Izumi and Jake made their way to the gaming center, eager for some friendly competition. Their first stop was a salon buzzing with energy. Izuku settled into the chair, a mix of excitement and nerves bubbling inside him as he prepared for the change. The stylist expertly worked on his hair, giving him a fresh undercut that emphasized his features. Izuna and Belly cheered him on, while William captured the moment on his phone, snapping pictures to commemorate the transformation. Next came the piercings. Izuku winced slightly as the stylist pierced his ears, but the thrill of the transformation overshadowed any discomfort. After that, they moved on to the tattoo parlor, where Izuku chose a design, a powerful image on his back and another bold piece on his thigh. This entire makeover experience took nearly 3 hours, thanks to the peculiar time quirks of the shops, which made the time feel like it was stretching in their favor. As they finally stepped out into the daylight, Izuku felt exhilarated by his new look. He glanced at his friends, who beamed with pride, and couldn't help but smile. Today marked a new chapter in his life, one filled with possibilities and fresh beginnings. Izuku's hair downwards button You'll also like When I First Met You Kurabaku Story by Glitched Pixel When I First Met You Kurabaku Story K. Ever since Idro Kirishima started UA, he had admired Katsuki Bakugo's determination to become a hero and Denki Kaminari's kindness and lovable personality. When Kiri's I Will Never Find Another You Kurabaku by Porcelain Sky I Will Never Find Another You Kurabaku bien 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝗂𝐏 Kirishima and Bakugo have their entire future ahead of them, and they plan to spend it together. That is, until one fight with an unknown villain rips it away from them. Arranged marriage to 𝗵𝗃𝗃 by 𝗲𝗃𝗃 arranged marriage to 𝗵𝗃𝗃. Forced to marry a stranger, Katsuki Bakugo and 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 plus by 𝐶CB plus 9K. This is absolute cringe, don't read it. Promise you won't let me walk away next time, he asked. Bakugo smiled in return. I promise baby, I won't. Changed by 𝗳𝗂𝗁𝐷FC78 changed KK. One day, Izuku Midoriya sees his boyfriend, Shoto Todoroki, cheating on him with his bully, Katsuki Bakugo. Heartbroken, he's presented with the opportunity to go to Heart of a Hero by 𝗲𝗏𝗏 45 Heart of a Hero 8K. Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo have always been close, with Bakugo protecting Izuku during their childhood. But now, as they both strive to enter youth, the roles have us not green hair but black and white mix. Izuku's back tattoo downwards button, Izuku's thigh 2 downwards button 1, Izuku's thigh 2 downwards button, Izuku's ear piercing downwards button, Izuku's ear piercing downwards button. Izumi bounced on her heels, her excitement palpable. Izumi bounced on her heels, her excitement palpable. Hey Izuku, you need to post your new look right now. Izuku smiled, the thrill of his transformation still fresh in his mind. Yeah, that's a great idea. 𝗧𝗪, the enthusiastic photographer, stepped forward with his camera in hand. So what are you waiting for? Let me snap some cool pics of those tattoos. Sure, let's do it, Izuku replied, feeling a rush of anticipation as he struck a few poses, showing off his new ink and style. As 𝗧𝗪 clicked away, capturing the moment from different angles, Izuku couldn't help but feel a swell of confidence. With each flash of the camera he embraced the changes he had made, feeling more like himself than ever before. After the photo shoot, Izuku eagerly pulled out his phone and opened his social media account. His fingers danced over the screen as he selected the best shots, each image showcasing not just his new look but also the sense of empowerment that came with it. With a final tap, he posted the photos, his heart racing with a mix of excitement and anxiety. Done, he announced, glancing at his friends, who were all watching eagerly. I can't wait to see everyone's reactions. Izumi leaned closer, her eyes sparkling with pride. This is going to blow up. You look incredible, Izu. Liked by 𝗏𝗏𝗏, worst. Beach and 780 others at Bichitsuku. From cinnamon to a bad beach. View all 89 comments at worst. Beach hot as hell. Zuku at Bichitsuku. Now it's finally feel like I'm back. F airs at always. Horny turn me gay. 𝗂𝗵𝗏𝗃 at 𝗵𝗃𝗃. You're gay at 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Stay away from his William F. at Bichitsukum. Who's this guy? At 𝗵𝗃𝗃. Your future husband James Zuku. Liked by 𝗵𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝗏𝗏s and 1500 others. Liked by 𝗵𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝗏𝗏s and 1500 others. At Bichitsuku. Feeling free. Finally view 110 comments at Angels Wing. Hey Izu, are you okay now? At Bichitsuku is better than ever. Worst. Beach, screw that beach and let's make fun memories here. At always. Corny, yeah, and if you feel corny come to me. Baby face blowing a kiss at worst. Beach, hey Izuna, let's beat this effer again. Looks like he forgot the previous one. James POV, what was that? What were they talking about in the comments? Why did Izuna ask Izuku if he was okay? Of course, he was okay. His smile alone would convince anyone of that. But something seemed off. Did something happen to Iz? Was that why he suddenly came to America? Should I ask him? But what would he think if I brought it up after what had happened this morning? Lost in thought about Iz, I suddenly spotted Izuna making her way toward me. Hey James, she said, her tone brisk. Stay with Zuku. I want to buy some cosmetics, so I'm heading out. James nodded, a bit surprised. What about Belly? Where is she? Oh, she's with Katrina. I'm going with Izumi, so just hang out with Izuku in the cafe, 𝗧𝗪 added, glancing over his shoulder as he followed Izuna. Okay, I replied, forcing myself to sound upbeat. As I walked toward the cafe, I caught sight of Izuku gazing out the window, his expression distant and his eyes clouded with sadness. Iz looked sad. But what actually happened to him? My thoughts raced back to the first day I met him at school when I had noticed a similar sadness lurking behind his smile. He always laughed and acted cheerful in front of everyone, but I could sense he was in pain. "Hey, are you okay?" I asked, stepping closer to him. He turned to me, momentarily startled. "Yeah, perfectly fine." "And that's... why? Don't you like it?" I asked, curious. "Well, in Japan, they used to call me Deku, so these nicknames are kind of new to me." "Well, except for Izuna's and Izumi's, I guess," he replied, a hint of discomfort in his voice. What the hell was wrong with them? What kind of nickname is that? How dare they call you that?" I exclaimed, instinctively reaching out to cup his cheeks with both hands, my anger flaring up for him. Izuku's eyes widened in surprise, and a flush crept across his cheeks. Why is he reacting like this? Why is my heart racing, and why is my face burning? "Hey, do you have a fever?" I asked, tilting my head, genuinely concerned. No, I'm fine." He stammered, shaking his head. "Then why is your face burning? Your cheeks are so red." I pressed, my gaze locked onto his. "It's nothing," he replied, his voice barely above a whisper as he covered his face with his hands. Just then Izumi appeared, her arms crossed as she narrowed her eyes at me. "Hey, James, what are you doing with my Aizu?" I quickly explained, "Hey, Izumi. Did you know they called Deku in Japan?" My tone was laced with indignation. "What? Are you serious?" Jake chimed in, eyebrows raised in disbelief. Izuku nodded, his expression a mix of resignation and embarrassment. Belly, who had just arrived, gasped. "What? How dare they? I'll kill them." "Hey, no. You don't have to do anything like that." "I don't mind what they call me," Izuku quickly reassured her. Jake raised an eyebrow. "But why did they call you Deku?" Izuku paused for a moment, looking away. "Well," he hesitated for 6 or 7 seconds, gathering his thoughts. "Actually, I was quirkless until I was 15. When I was 4, the doctor said my quirk would show up at that age, so I didn't tell anyone about it." He took a deep breath. A heavy silence fell over us, the weight of his words settling in. The atmosphere shifted, and everyone except Izuna and Izumi felt the tension. "But that still doesn't mean they should call you Deku," I insisted, my protective instincts flaring up. "Hey, Izumi, why aren't you saying anything now?" Izumi shrugged, looking conflicted. "When we first heard this, we were angry too, but Zuka said he doesn't care what they call him. And you just stayed silent after that." I glared at her, frustration creeping in. Izumi shot back. "If I ever get the chance, I'll kill that Bakugo." "How dare he dash?" She stopped mid-sentence when she noticed Izuku glaring at her. Never mind," she said sheepishly. "What's this about Bakugo?" I pressed, feeling my protective instincts surge again. "It's nothing. Just leave it." "I really don't care what they call me," Izuku insisted, his voice firm. "But I do like the name though." I felt my cheeks heat up at his words. Oh, I stammered, trying to suppress my blush. "Okay, now let's go home," Izuku declared, his voice brightening as he stood up, shaking off the heavy atmosphere. As we made our way out of the cafe, I couldn't shake the feeling that beneath his smile, Izuku carried more weight than any of us realized. I wanted to understand him better, to help him, but I still didn't know how. Third person's POV. After returning home, everyone felt the weight of exhaustion settle in. They quickly freshened up, the day's events leaving them drained. One by one, they trudged off to their rooms, ready to collapse into bed. As they settled into bed together, Jake found it hard to drift off. He lay there, staring at Izuku's peaceful face, illuminated softly by the moonlight filtering through the curtains. How appealing he looks, Jake thought, his heart fluttering at the sight. Izuku's features were softened in sleep, his brows relaxed and his lips slightly parted. In that moment, Jake admired everything about him: the gentle rise and fall of his chest, the way his messy hair fell across his forehead, and the tranquil expression that seemed so different from the worries that often clouded his eyes during the day. Despite the initial restlessness, Jake eventually made himself comfortable, shifting closer to Izuku. He found a position that felt right, allowing himself to feel the warmth radiating from Izuku's body. With a contented sigh, he closed his eyes, finally surrendering to the fatigue that enveloped him. As sleep overtook them, the room was filled with the soft sounds of their breathing, the tranquility a stark contrast to the whirlwind of emotions and experiences they had faced that day. Together, they drifted off into a deep slumber, the exhaustion of the day finally giving way to the peace of the night. Next morning, James lay in bed, his eyes half open as he felt a strange heaviness pressing against him. His heart raced when he realized that Izuku was sleeping on his chest, a faint blush creeping up his cheeks. He stared down at the sleeping figure, mesmerized by how peaceful and appealing Izuku looked in that moment. Izuku stirred, rubbing his eyes as he gradually woke up. James panicked, stammering, "Why you woke up? Get ready, today is your first day at school." Without thinking, he gently pushed Izuku away and bolted toward the washroom, his heart pounding in his chest. Izuku, still half asleep, blinked in confusion. What just happened? Why did he push me? It suddenly registered where he had been sleeping, and a wave of embarrassment washed over him. He covered his face with his hands and let out a high-pitched scream, "Ah!" After a chaotic but lively morning, everyone was finally ready to head to school. They piled into the car, which was the same one they had used during their shopping trip. As they drove, Izuku felt a wave of nerves wash over him. James noticed the way Izuku's hands fidgeted in his lap and the tension in his shoulders. It's okay," James reassured him, his voice steady and comforting. "We're all with you." Izuku let out a small sigh. "Oh, do you think I'll be able to adjust to the others?" James shrugged, a confident grin spreading across his face. "Well, I don't know or care about what others think, but anyone who doesn't want to be your friend is an idiot." Izuku chuckled softly, though a shadow of sadness crossed his face. Well, you know how they used to call me Deku, so." James's heart ached at the sight of Izuku's expression. He could sense that something painful had happened to Izuku at his previous school, and he felt an overwhelming longing to understand and comfort him. He couldn't bear to see his beloved friend sad. "Look," James said, his tone serious but gentle, "I don't know what happened at your old school, but I can tell something did. Yesterday, you said you wanted a new start. It may be hard for you, but don't burden yourself. You don't have to go through this alone. If you ever need someone to listen to your worries, I'm all yours. So cheer up and embrace your new journey." He glanced out the window, trying to keep his own emotions in check. Izuku turned to look at James, his eyes wide with surprise. His heart raced as he absorbed James's words, a sense of warmth blooming within him. Although he didn't say anything, he felt a surge of hope and fresh determination from the encouragement he had received. Thank you," Izuku stammered, his cheeks flushed. "Will you really listen to me?" James nodded firmly, a reassuring smile on his face. "Absolutely. I'm all yours. I already told you." Izuku felt his heart swell with gratitude. "Thank you," he replied, his voice barely above a whisper, but the sincerity of his words was unmistakable, and the blush on his cheeks deepened. Izuku was happy to hear this, and now he opens up to James a little. They get closed. Izuku told him everything that happened in Japan. They chatted their whole way to school. Their school was 30 minutes away from Izuku's house. As they arrived at the school, every student turned to look at them, curiosity flickering in their eyes. Whispers rippled through the crowd as they tried to figure out who the striking newcomer was. Izuku, walking beside James, drew immediate attention. Some of the students couldn't help but stare, mesmerized by his appearance, their gazes lingering on his face with a mix of admiration and longing. Others, however, wore expressions of disdain, their eyes narrowing in judgment at his unusual choice of clothing. Others, however, wore expressions of disdain, their eyes narrowing in judgment at his unusual choice of clothing. Ignore the hair. Izuku, seemingly unaware of the effect he was having, walked with a quiet confidence. His calm demeanor only added to the air of mystery that surrounded him. A few students openly gawked, unable to look away, while others exchanged disapproving glances. James, quick to notice the attention Izuku is getting, shot a hard glare at those staring too long. His sharp look was enough to send most of them scattering, hurrying off to their classes, not daring to gawking Izuku any further. Izuku, glancing back at James, called out, "James, what are you doing back there? I need to go to the principal's office. Let's go. James, still frowning at the remaining onlookers, muttered, Yeah, I'm coming. His gaze swept the crowd one last time before he reluctantly followed, keeping close to Izuku's side, his protective nature clear in every step. As Izuku stepped into the principal's office, the room was filled with the soft hum of conversation among a few teachers. The principal, a middle-aged man with kind eyes and a calm demeanor, looked up from his desk and offered a welcoming smile. So, you're the new student Izuku Midoriya, right? His voice was warm, yet carried an air of authority. Izuku nodded respectfully. Yes, sir. The principal leaned back slightly in his chair, studying Izuku for a moment before speaking again. Tell me a bit about yourself, your quirk, and anything else you think we should know. Izuku took a breath, his expression calm but focused, and he started telling them about his quirk and something about his life like his way in Japan. The principal nodded thoughtfully, exchanging a glance with the teachers beside him. It sounds like you have a unique and powerful ability, Izuku. I'm sure you'll make great progress here. He stood up from his desk, extending a hand. Welcome to the school. Izuku's POV. I stood outside classroom A1, waiting as the teacher had instructed. My heart pounded a little, but I took a deep breath, trying to calm my nerves. From inside, I heard the teacher's voice call out. You can come in now. Okay, I replied, pushing the door open. As I walked in, I could feel the weight of every gaze in the room. Curious eyes followed me, assessing me with a mix of interest and surprise. My attention shifted to the back of the class, where I spotted my entire group sitting together. They hadn't mentioned they'd be in this class, but seeing familiar faces brought me some comfort. The teacher gestured for me to stand in front of the class. Now, introduce yourself. I cleared my throat, trying to stay composed. My name is Izuku Midoriya. I'm from Japan. I attended 𝗓𝗓 for 3 months before transferring here. I paused, then continued. My quirks are, I explained briefly, not wanting to go into the full explanation right now. Before I could finish, one of the girls in the front row gasped. Wow, your quirks are so cool. And you went to in Japan. That's amazing. A boy next to her nodded eagerly. Yeah, is the only school that can compete with ours. You must be really strong. My cheeks flushed slightly, feeling the sudden attention. No, I'm not really that strong, I muttered, embarrassed, rubbing the back of my neck. Another girl leaned forward, her curiosity piqued. So, why were you with them this morning? I blinked, a little surprised by the question. Oh, because I'm their leader. The entire class let out a collective, oh, as if that piece of information suddenly made sense to them. Then another boy, sitting near the window, raised his hand slightly before blurting out, Hey, by the way, why are you wearing those clothes? Without missing a beat, I responded confidently, Because I'm pansexual. Is there a problem with that? The boy stammered, his face turning a deep shade of red. And no, that's not it. I mean you look like an angel, he finished, blushing furiously. Before I could react, James, who had been quietly watching, stood up and glared at the boy. Hey, watch it. That's my boy, stay away from him. I turned sharply to James, my eyes wide in shock. Huh. James' face reddened even more as he realized what he had said. He quickly backtracked, stammering, Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I mean nothing. The rest of the class fell silent for a second, then erupted into laughter, while my group at the back smirked and teased James mercilessly. The moment was awkward, but the lightheartedness in the air helped ease the tension. The teacher, shaking his head with a small smile, clapped his hands to restore order. All right, that's enough. Settle down, everyone. Izuku, you can take the empty seat over there. I nodded, making my way to the seat, my face still warm from the earlier exchange. As I sat down, I couldn't help but notice the playful glances my group was giving me. It was going to be an interesting day, that much was certain. Lunchtime, I was sitting with my group, casually enjoying lunch when 3 boys approached us with smug expressions. The air around them felt heavy with tension as they made their way over. Hey, new kid, one of them sneered, his voice dripping with arrogance. I didn't bother looking up at first, but when I did, my eyes narrowed. I have a name, I shot back, my voice sharp. What do you want? The leader of the group stepped forward, crossing his arms. You said you're their leader, right? Then fight me. Prove it. The second boy chimed in, smirking. Yeah, we don't believe a word you're saying, Pan. My BLD boiled at the sound of that word. Pan. The way he spat it out made my fists clench beneath the table. My pulse quickened, and anger surged through me. I stood up slowly, my gaze locked onto them. You want to fight? Fine, I said, voice low and dangerous. I'll beat the CRP out of all of you. Let's go. My mind raced as I glared at them. How dare they talk to me like that? I felt an unfamiliar anger stirring deep within me, sharper than what I was used to. In Japan, I would have just kept quiet, swallowed my pride, and let their words pass. But this was different. Here, I wasn't about to let them insult me. The third boy snickered, leaning in mockingly. What's the matter? Thinking of how to beg for mercy. He burst into laughter, the sound grating on my nerves. I snapped, my fists tightening as I took a step closer. Shut up, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, I growled. The tension in the air was palpable, and for a split second, it felt like the entire cafeteria had gone quiet, waiting for what would happen next. I could feel the eyes of my group behind me, watching. They knew me well. Enough to understand that I was about to lose it, and for once, I wasn't holding back. After the fight, after the challenge in the cafeteria, word spread quickly across the entire school. By the time we reached the grounds for the fight, almost the whole student body had gathered to watch. Some came out of sheer curiosity, eager to learn more about me and my quirk. Others were expecting to see me get beaten up, thinking I was being arrogant by calling myself the leader of my group. And then, there were those who showed up to cheer me on, knowing the ones challenging me were notorious school bullies. As the fight unfolded, it became clear to everyone why I was the leader of my group. My strength, my control, and my quirk all spoke for themselves. By the end of it, the crowd's perception had shifted. Where doubt once stood, there was now admiration. They began to understand that I wasn't just some boastful new kid. Some students even looked at me the way I had once looked up to All Might, eyes filled with awe and respect. I wiped the sweat from my forehead, looking down at the defeated boys. Now do you get it? This is why I'm their leader, I said, glaring down at them, my voice sharp and unyielding. The first boy, his face pale and his confidence shattered, stammered, "Why?" The second one, his legs trembling, could barely speak. "Why?" he muttered, terrified. Before I could press further, Izumi called out, her tone light but firm. "Come on, Izu, that's enough." Izuna, unable to control her laughter, rolled on the ground, clutching her stomach. "Zuku, stop glaring at them. They're gonna wet their pants." She cackled. James stepped forward, grabbing me by the arm with a grin. Alright, that's enough. Let's get back to class, he said, pulling me away before things escalated any further. William, ever the charmer, added in a playful tone, Now, let's all go to our respective classes, right?" His flirty voice caused half the school to blush instantly, especially the girls. Katrina scowled at him, unimpressed. "Stop it, William," she muttered with a roll of her eyes. Belly, already on the move, grabbed Katrina's hand. "Okay, let's go. We're already late," she yelled, dragging Katrina along as she sprinted toward the building. And just like that, my first day at my new school ended with me being known by everyone. Respect, admiration, and even a little idolization followed me wherever I went from that moment onward. It seemed my reputation had already been solidified. Izuku's POV. As I walked into the classroom, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. Everyone was talking about how I had beaten those bullies, how strong my quirk was, and why I truly deserved to be the leader of my group. For the first time, I found myself soaking up the attention, basking in the praise. It felt good. No, it felt amazing. A wave of shock hit me as I realized something. If I were still in Japan, I'd have hated this kind of attention. I would have been embarrassed, shrinking back into the shadows, but now I was loving it. Why was I so naive before? I couldn't help but reflect on how much I'd changed in just 2 short weeks. America had done something to me, helped me bring out a side of myself I never knew existed. I wasn't the timid, overly polite person I used to be, the cinnamon roll everyone saw me as. I had been acting that way for so long, convincing myself I was being kind, polite, and selfless, when in reality, I had been a pushover. How had I never noticed? My thoughts were interrupted by James' voice. What are you thinking about?" he asked, snapping me out of my internal monologue. I glanced at him and smirked. Just that coming to America was the best decision of my life. James looked at me curiously. "But because of what happened today. You should just forget about that. Let's make some new, amazing memories to replace those shitty ones." I chuckled softly, grateful for his concern. "Thanks for hearing me out this morning. But no, I'm thinking about something else now." He raised an eyebrow. "Oh, what is it?" I took a deep breath, my eyes meeting his. "How America and all of you helped me realize my true self. You've all played a part in changing me, helping me become who I really am." James gave me a wide grin, clearly pleased. "𝗵𝗲, we're friends. I'd do anything for you," he said before suddenly realizing what he'd just admitted. His face flushed a deep red as he stammered, I mean all of us." His embarrassment was contagious, and I felt my own cheeks heat up as I stammered back, "Oh, okay." My thoughts spiraled in confusion, a strange feeling blooming in my chest. "What is this? Butterflies?" My heart fluttered as I looked at James, and a flood of emotions rushed through me. This feels familiar. Nostalgic, almost. I'd never felt this way around Uraraka. But James, he was different. Do I like him? Suddenly, the realization hit me like a freight train. Oh my God. How could I have missed this for so long? I had never been in love with Uraraka. She was just an attraction, a fleeting crush. But James, I had liked him this whole time. "You idiot, Deku," I scolded myself internally. "You've been blind to your own feelings." Panic and excitement rushed through me in equal measure. What do I do now? My mind raced, and I decided I'll ask Izumi and Izuna for advice. They'll know what to do. I stole another glance at James, my heart pounding in my chest. Everything had changed in an instant, and now I had to figure out what to do next. At home, that evening, Izuku fidgeted nervously, pacing back and forth before finally working up the courage to approach his sisters. Izumi, Izuna, I need to talk to you about something." Izuna glanced up from her phone, eyebrow raised. "What is it, Izuku?" Izuku hesitated, feeling his cheeks heat up. I think I like James." For a moment, there was dead silence. Izuna and Izumi simply stared at him with blank expressions. Izuku shifted uncomfortably, looking between the two. Why aren't you saying anything?" Izuna finally broke the silence, her face completely neutral. "We've known for ages," she said flatly. Izuku blinked in shock. "Huh?" Izumi nodded, completely unfazed. "Yeah, we figured it out ages ago. It's been obvious for a while." Izuku's eyes widened in disbelief.